Hey guys, welcome back to another Charlotte video, but this time around it's gonna be in the guild boss. And as you can see, we got around 793 million damage on her. So in our previous video I mentioned that we're gonna try to figure it out, and I think this time around we have almost figured it out. And once I do some more optimizations on this, I think it's gonna be on par with the usual lineup that we're using, where I got around 3.750, 3.790 is the highest that I was able to get there. But yeah, in this video I'm gonna discuss how I did this, as well as some of the expectations that I have in the future, because by the time that I'm creating this video, the problems on the AI has not been fixed yet. It's still shit, but even so, I think it's at least at a decent level right now. But before we proceed, guys, just real quick, season 4 of the content creator program has already begun, and we've got new codes coming soon. The first one will be 500 essence stones with SR Hunter exclusive weapon design. And so if you want to receive the codes and you want to support me again this season, especially if you have not been able to extend your support before the season ended, because Netmarble automatically cancels them, just make sure that you resupport here if you want to receive the codes. And if you just want to support me, you love what we're doing here, help me a lot, because your support will help me continue doing what we're doing here. Alright, Fury crafting time. This is the lineup that we use. We're still using the support build Jinwoo here. We're not going to be discussing this anymore. Everyone should already know this by now. First things first, let's talk about Charlotte as a unit, as well as the build, because that's kind of needed for the mission. My Charlotte here is using 8-piece curse set with 21k defense here, crit damage, and damage increase. So it's not bad, but we can improve her a lot more once we're able to get better artifacts. So my goal here is to reach around 23 or 24k at least. So for the artifacts, for the meantime, I'm just using this. Although we also have option to use 4-piece obsidian for this, 25% damage increase plus 2 curse plus 2 one-hit kill, or maybe 4 curse for obsidian. So I haven't tested those yet, but I think they're gonna be a bit better, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure yet. And also, once we check the rounds later, I noticed also that Charlotte is not having some mana problems yet. Okay, just yet. So I don't have resources yet to try those, but I'll let you know once I do. Or you can try them first and just let me know if that works well. Yeah, I already upgraded the skills here. Okay, so just real quick, one of the problems that we have right now, main reason why Charlotte is underperforming in the guild boss, is because of the poor AI. Her kit works by doing basic attacks, and then after 3 basic attacks, she's gonna cast the ult, and then she has this second skill wherein she's gonna ride the doll. And the biggest problem here is that once she rides the doll, the AI does not control its trajectory. What it's gonna do instead, it's just gonna go straight. So if it misses the boss, then Charlotte's gonna be far away and she won't be able to hit the boss. By the time I'm making this video, nothing has been fixed yet. Once they fix those, I think the damage is gonna be really good. And also do take note that Charlotte has a bit of a problem when it comes to crit rate, because her kit doesn't provide a lot of crit rate, but her weapon does, around 24%. So in the guild boss, if you have Chahi in, if you have Libora weapon, then that's gonna help a lot too. If you have a green set, that's gonna help a lot too. And just to show you how my artifact looks like, there you go. See, not that good yet. As you can see, that's 800 million with this setup, and this is not yet the most optimal setup. I think there's still a lot of improvements that can be made, and I believe that soon I'll be able to get that 1 billion damage on her. And it might potentially be higher than the usual light team main lineup that we're currently using. So for the team A, we still have Gogunhee plus Maylin Fisher. Really nice synergy there. Gogunhee kinda helps Charlotte as well, especially if he's already at A5, wherein he's gonna be able to give crit damage and a bit of crit damage here. And since he's also using 8-piece grid set, that would help a bit as well. Although I think my score will be higher if I'm gonna be able to use a 4-piece curse, 4-piece grid on Gogunhee. But the problem is my defense type curse has already been transferred and Charlotte is using them. So I think that's one of the improvements that we can still make over here. So let me just show you the stats. As you can see, 9,500 crit rate, crit damage 198%, defense is 21.5, damage increase is 21 points. So actually not that bad, but can still be improved a lot. And Maylin Fisher still using this 4-piece Guardian, 4-piece Sylph, nothing special here, you guys already know that. Right now is 25k attack, 2.4k MP, crit rate 44, crit damage. So I just kind of tested the attack approach here on Mireille, and since we're not using Alicia in this lineup, I was able to get some parts that we can use here to improve the stats. Okay, so yeah, she dealt around 888, highest I've seen so far is 999 million on Mireille and Mamiya. So I think there's still also a lot of improvement there depending on the RNG. And Choi Jong-in using this, although you can still use the Guardian, I just don't have the gold to keep switching. And Team C, Libora here, there with 19k attack. Here's the stats. Libora is using my 4-piece Guardian set here with the expert set so that she can provide some buffs to Chae-in plus Harper. So Chae-in is at 23.6k. Here are the stats, skill levels, artifacts. So Chae-in is not the main DPS here anymore. That's why her attack is way less than what we were using. So Harper is here, 41k HP. Kinda don't like her DPS, but maybe I still need to improve the build as well as the artifacts. So skills and 8-piece grid. So the way this one works overall is that I used Goguni here to synergize with this as well as to buff Charlotte and to just kind of make things easier when it comes to doing the manual ultimate. Because if I put it here, then I'm gonna have to use 2 ultimates manually and have to be able to do that within the Moon Shadow or Shadow Step duration, which is very difficult. Although when I tested this, the damage was kind of similar. And I also tested this kind of setup, but the problem was that Harper actually doesn't have any synergy with Maylin Fisher, and the only thing that she can actually provide is the weapon buff here, which is gonna be improving the ultimate skill, increases their team members' dark damage, as well as the A4 ulti members' defense and HP increases by 8%. So I think maybe I need to test this again once I am able to improve the advancement of Harper's weapon as well as her stats, but right now I'm seeing better results using this, and that's actually weird to be honest, because if you check Harper's kit, there isn't really much synergy there except for the pork chop, but this is a debuff, so it kind of works outside the team as well. So yeah, just letting you guys know that they can be separated, but overall there are still a lot of mix and match that can be done here. It's just that right now the available resources and gears that I have, this is the best one that I was able to come up with. Another possible thing that you can do is to make it something like this and transition Gogunhee into an 8-piece curse for pure DPS and give the 8-piece grid to Harper. I think that's gonna be very nice, or maybe we can do this as well and then 8-piece curse still. So a lot of possibilities here, and obviously this is gonna change as soon as I am able to get more artifacts on them. So now let's talk about the gameplay and how I did my rotations there, so just in case you want to do it too, and also to prepare yourself as well, because even if the AI of Charlotte is gonna be fixed, you still won't be able to ensure that all the ultimate and all the crucial skills are gonna be in sync with the Moon Shadow. So let's take a look at the run so that I can also show you the rotations. Alright, let's check the replay here. We are just gonna do the usual rotation that we're doing. Then Moon Shadow there, and here what you kind of want to do is to get the extreme evasion here. So at this time we only have 1 second left before we can cast the Shadow Step, and by this time we should have already pressed Charlotte because it has around 4 or 5 seconds the casting time. there. And as you can see, a bit of a mistiming there, but still good because we were able to recast our Grim plus the Vacuum Wave Armor Break. Alright, Moon Shadow here. And then we're gonna get another Shadow Step here. Don't forget to cast your Ascension Break at the 28th second or 29 seconds. At this point, we're just waiting for the timing on Charlotte's ultimate. So there, what you kind of want to do is to press it and make sure that it has been confirmed, because it's not going to work if Charlotte is out of range, which usually happens here because of her second skill in poor AI, as well as if she's currently using the second skill where she's riding that doll. She's not gonna cancel that even if you press the ultimate, so you kind of have to pay attention so that you would know when to use your Shadow Step. So there, it worked. So to know whether it worked or not, you just have to check this. If the yellow square disappeared, then it's gonna work. So we use Shadow Step here. Boom. And boom. As you can see, big damage. So here's the combo that I'm doing. We have Gogunhi here. If we cast the ult, we're gonna get the buff. And our Moon Shadow is ready. Maiden Fisher is also ready. All of them are ready with the ult, but casting Gogunhi. And then cast Charlotte and the Moon Shadow here. Boom. So what you kind of want to do there is to always press Charlotte first, and once you see and once you confirm that the ult has been activated, Charlotte's gonna cast her ult, immediately press your Moon Shadow. So one thing that you kind of want to avoid here is using Charlotte after casting Moon Shadow, because it's gonna be very late. So here we know what's coming next. We can use Charlotte, and as you can see, even if I press it, it's not working. That means it's either she's far away or she's doing the second skill. So you kind of just have to wait until that yellow square disappears. There you go. Still has Moon Shadow. Boom. Okay, so ult is ready once again. Pressed it. Confirmed. We can get the Shadow Step. I think we were a bit late there. Yeah, we were a bit late there. That's a mistiming, so DPS loss. But that's okay. We're still doing good. Okay. So pressed, confirmed, Shadow Step, boom. And then mechanics cancel. Gogunhi buff plus damage, and then we're just waiting for the next mechanics. There. As you can see, let me just go there. Pressed, 0.3. Pressed again, 0.3. That means she's actually doing something. So always pay attention to that. There, okay. Shadow Step, confirmed. Moon Shadow timing. Boom. Ult coming in. Boom. Oof. Boom. Yeah, I think that's around 70 million or so. Something around that. And yeah, I think once I do some optimizations, especially in transitioning Gogunhi to more of a DPS type, if I get extra curse pieces with defense, and also if I would be able to improve the artifacts of Charlotte in such a way that it's gonna be same or at least close to my attack-based artifacts. The only downside really is that you're gonna have to like control all of these manually, which might be a difficult thing. It's very hassle if you're just trying to play this. So I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.